What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. So this past weekend, I went to multiple yard sales, garage sales, as well as a few estate sales, and I went to the flea market. I ended up picking up some really amazing silver coins, other numismatics, and other pieces of silver to add to my stack. Let's take a look at everything that I picked up this weekend. So first off, I went to an estate sale that was pretty close to where I live, and I ended up finding some coins there. I found two silver Morgan dollars that were priced at $30 each, and then I found a bag of silver coins from the 1800s, which are really cool and have some amazing history to them. So let's take a look at those now. Here are the two Morgans that I just bought from the estate sale. And when I first picked them up, they didn't seem right. But I did a little ping test while I was there, and it almost sounded right. In my head, it sounded correct. But unfortunately, I'm home now, and I have some real Morgans here. Right here, a nice tube of real Morgans that are absolutely authentic. And we did a ping test, and they are so off. Let's do a quick ping and I'll show you how it sounds. The two here on the desk are the ones I just purchased. Here's a real Morgan, a 1900 minted in Philadelphia. And this one, I mean, it feels right. Here's a Hold Cole Morgan here, but we're just going to listen to the sound of a truly 90% silver Morgan. Now let's listen to this one here, which I'm pretty sure is a fake. Listen to this one. Way more high-pitched. That is really unfortunate. I paid $30 a piece for these, and I think I'm going to have to go back and try to return them if they'll even let me. It's got a nice sound. And then this one here is probably just made out of copper and nickel. Not very resonant, and it's a way different sound. So unfortunately, we have two fakes. I'm so sad. I'm so upset. I was really excited to pick up two Morgan dollars for 30 bucks a piece at this estate sale. You know, I thought it was a good deal, and now I came home and found out that they're actually reproductions. They're fakes.
One eternity later.
So I was able to go back to the estate sale and return the two counterfeit Morgans that I bought. That was really unfortunate. You know, I definitely need to do a little bit better training myself to spot the fakes a little bit better, because I was fooled by those two coins. They were able to be returned. I got my money back, which was great. But I ended up getting one other thing from that estate sale, which I think was awesome. And I think it was an incredible deal. All of these little coins and pieces that you see in front of you here were in this little baggie. It was priced at $10. And what you see here are a whole bunch of love tokens. All right, let's take a closer look at these love tokens. I ended up putting them all in flips, and they are just really, really cool. Here we have an 1883. There's actually quite a bit of detail on the obverse. And then as you see here, there is an engraving on the back. It's really kind of hard for me to make out what the initials are, but it's possibly like an E in there and an F and a B, something like that. I have to look these under a microscope. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier to tell. But here is another 1883. It's got a hole in it. Also has some decent details. And then this one just says Jack. So that's kind of cool. So maybe that'd be a great gift for somebody named Jack. Next, we have another 1883. This one has a little loop on it to make a necklace out of it. And this one has a JK, I believe, or JR. Or JX. I don't know. I have a lot of trouble figuring out what those are. Here's an 1877, also has a hole in it, and this one has some other initials. That looks similar to the other one, like FHB. I think that's what it says, but really, really cool. We have an 1876, also with a hole, and this one has AJ on it. That one's actually pretty cool. These are just so much fun. Here's another 1876. This one looks like to be possibly like gold-plated, gilded. And look at this one. This has a little lighthouse and sailboat, little scene engraved, and the initials GE. So that is really, really cool. Here's another 1876. This one has 3 holes, possibly some kind of button or, you know, I'm not sure, maybe mounted on some jewelry or something. This one says MJ, I believe. Pretty cool. We have an 1875 with a little necklace loop on it. Pretty cool. And this one says, is that FK or FM? 1875, a hole down low. And look at the engraving on this one. That is really, really intricate. Just amazing that people, you know, can do this kind of work. And, you know, I'm not sure if these were done in the 1800s or if they were done a little bit more closer to modern day. But either way, they are just really, really cool. So they all have different engravings. Here's an 1853. I believe that's a 53. Yeah. This one's pretty worn, pretty slick. Looks like it has LE on the back. This is an 1853. It looks like it might have had something to become like some kind of button. This also has an engraving on the back here. That one's a little hard to read. We have an 1884. Some pretty nice details on the coin, on the obverse. And then look at that beautiful design on the back. Is that a KJ, JK, something like that? And then this one here is the reverse of a seated Liberty dime. And it's got a little loop. It's got a little like piece where maybe this was some kind of pin. I don't know. It was made into some type of jewelry. And it's got an engraving, of course, like the rest. But this one is funny because they used the reverse side shown instead of the obverse like the rest of them. Here's an 1854 quarter, which is awesome to get a seated Liberty quarter in this little package of coins. It's got something going on right there, some kind of damage. But look at this beautiful engraving on the back, SM, or maybe SW. Really, really fun. Here's a 1909 Canadian dime. That is really cool. These are sterling silver, 1909. And this one is just the dime with a hole in it. So they did not make this one a love token, but it looks like it might have been a piece of jewelry at some point. And then this, I cannot figure out what it is. It has some writing around the rim of the coin. It has a crown and a shield, and it says the date down here, which is really hard to read, but I think it says 1844. So a date down low, writing around the perimeter of the coin, and a crown with shield. If anybody knows what coin this is, please let me know, because I was trying to do some research and I could not figure it out. This one has a DM engraved on the back, but that one's a really slick coin. Let me know what 1840s coin you think that is. And then here's just a regular old love token. I believe this was on a dime planchet, but it no longer has any details of the actual coin. As well as this one here. This one's a little smaller. So this might just be, I mean, it could have been like a half dime or a trime or something like that, or it's just a little piece of metal. Could be silver. I have not yet tested these. This one, I'm not sure if it's silver or not. Kind of has like a nickel look to it, but still pretty cool with the engraving. Nothing on this side, just a lot of scratches there from being milled down. This one was just like a little pennant. If you know what that is, let me know, but you know, pretty cool. It might be silver, I'm not sure. And then this one here, I believe is copper. And this says MR or MB, but very intricate. Looks like it might have been a pin at some point. So these love tokens, I just think are so amazing. They're so interesting. and just the history that these have behind them, the stories they could tell. I think this was a great grab for only $10 for all of these. There's 25 different pieces here. So that is a great deal. And I've been looking these up on eBay. Looks like they're selling like a Seated Liberty Dime Love Token. Sells on eBay or Etsy at around $20 to $30 each. So getting all these for 10 bucks, I think, was a great deal. So this weekend was a community-wide yard sale in my town, and there were millions of yard sales. I must have gone to at least 30, maybe more. I only found a few things here and there, some cool collectibles and other stuff that I like to collect, but I did end up finding some silver. Let's take a look at that now. So I wasn't able to get this particular yard sale on footage, but I ran in real quick. I was looking to see what they had. They had a whole bunch of older silverware. I was diving through, and there was a lot of that Rogers silver-plated stuff, which is just silver-plated. It's not pure silver. But I did spot this little spoon here, and it had a nice little look to it. It had a good weight to it, and I turned it around, and I saw the markings here. Let's see if I can zoom in and take a look. This says 800, which I believe means it is 80% silver. I'm not sure what the other symbols mean. If anybody knows, let me know down in the comments. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments as well. But I believe this might be 80% silver. I think that's what the 800 stands for. So cool little spoon. Hoping that it is, has some silver content. I ended up getting it for only $2. I thought it was a good deal if it is, in fact, silver. I can do a little test on it to see if it is. But if anyone knows down in the comments offhand what the 800 means, I believe it means 80% silver. So if that is correct, I'm happy to pick this little spoon up for only $2. So my last stop for the day was my local flea market. I ended up finding a coin dealer there who had a bunch of really cool stuff. He had a lot of junk silver, he had some bullion, he had some numismatics, and he had some other cool collectibles as well, like comic books and vintage toys and some other random stuff. His name was Kevin Egan, and he is from Acme Coins. This is his business card here. He was a really, really nice guy, and he gave me some pretty incredible deals. So let's take a look at everything that I picked up from Acme Coins over at my local flea market. So towards the end of the day, I ended up stopping at the flea market, and I did pretty well over there. I got some pretty nice coins and even some cool paper currency. I ended up getting 2 silver dollars. The first one here is an 1882. There's a handful of scratches on there, but quite a bit of detail. So not too bad of a coin. This is minted in San Francisco. Nice looking coin, 1882S Morgan silver dollar. Also picked up a peace dollar here, and this is a 1925. Not a bad looking coin. And this is a Philadelphia minted coin here. Really excited to pick up some nice silver dollars. There was a gentleman there who was really nice, and he was selling his silver dollars for $30 a piece, which I thought was not a horrible price, considering spot right now is around 30 to 31. And I'm seeing these at local coin shops, silver dollars like Cole dollars, selling for around 35 to 40. So picking them up for 30 bucks is not a bad deal. So we have a peace dollar and a Morgan. Then I also got $3 face in some 90% constitutional silver. We got a couple walkers here, a 1940, two 1940s, a 1943, a 1941, a 1945 walker, and then we got a 1951 Benjamin half dollar minted in San Francisco. So this one is obviously cleaned. I think this one here is cleaned as well. And these are pretty cool, pretty worn, circulated coins. This one's got a little tape mark on there. Pretty interesting. But he was only charging $22 times face for his 90% silver. So I just picked up some halves. Figured that was a good price. and I ended up giving him some cash, and he owed me $5 in change, and he didn't have any fives, so he had some cool paper currency in his little stack of stuff for sale, and he gave me this as my change, which I thought was super cool. This is a 1993 $5 note, and it's also a star note, which is really, really cool. So, you know, an older looking $5 bill with a star note. So that was really cool. So I basically just got that for face value, $5 for the cool note there. So not too bad at the flea market. I think I got some, you know, fairly decent pricing considering, you know, what stuff is selling online and at local coin shops and different bullion dealers. Picking up some junk silver at 22 times face, some Morgan and peace dollars at $30 each, and then a cool little $5 star note. So as for coins and silver and currency, I think I did pretty well going to these different estate sales and flea markets and yard sales, just looking for cool stuff. I'm looking for coins. I'm looking for other fun collectibles that I enjoy collecting. And I was able to grab a nice little chunk of silver coins. We got that cool $5 star note. We got a little silver spoon. You know, some pretty awesome stuff to add to the stack, to add to the collection. All right, everybody, so that's the video for today. I hope you enjoyed checking out my haul from this weekend where I went to yard sales and flea markets and estate sales, and I ended up finding some pretty cool silver coins, some old currency, and even a little bit of silverware to add to my stack. I hope you enjoyed checking out everything that I picked up. Just to let you know, I have the prospects of another estate sale coming up next weekend. I'm hoping to get there. The listing shows that they have a whole bunch of coins there, and I'm really, really excited. I'm looking at the pictures here on estatesales.net, and they have all different numismatics, some junk silver, some American Silver Eagles, lots of coin typesets and year sets and things like that. So I'm really excited to go there. They open at 9 a.m. on Thursday morning, and I plan on getting there super early, and hopefully I'll be the first one in line, and I'll be able to come home with some really cool stuff. Really excited for that. So stay tuned for the next video because I'm going to another estate sale. But that is the video for today. Don't forget, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you can see when I upload my next video. And as always, have a great day, folks.